What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to the Wrestling Heroes and Insiders podcast, aka the Whip Show on 106.1 FM, WAKT Toledo's community radio station. And I got something special for y'all. Now, you already know Slammiversary is coming up July 20th at the UBS Arena in New York. And I got somebody in the main event. I got the illest. I got the realest. I got my dog, Mike Santana. What's going on, my boy?
Yo, yo, you already know the King of New York. We in here.
That's what's up, family, man. First of all, thank you for coming on. I know you got such a big weekend coming up, man. I know you're already fired up, right?
Oh, I'm definitely fired up, man. We in my home city. I'm in the main event. I'm going against Joe and Trick, and everything is built up pretty crazy. So I'm ready to go, man. I'm excited.
That's what's up, dog. And I want to jump right into it, man. So first off, you done had a whirlwind career. I mean, you done
Yeah.
had the lows and the highs, man. But how does it feel to finally be at the top of the game like this?
It's insane, man. Like I cherish the lows just as much as the highs. Why? Because the lows are what teach you the most. You know what I mean? And also they allow you to enjoy the highs even more. So, like you said, it's been a roller coaster, man. But I'm thankful and blessed that I'm where I'm at today, and that's just a testament to the hard work and the dedication that I've put into my game. And yeah, like you don't get to the main event by luck or coincidence, right? Like there's a lot of work that goes into it. But yeah, I'm thankful that I'm here. I'm better than ever. I'm the best version of myself that I can be. And of course there's always work to do, right? But right now I'm at the top of my game, and I'm just getting started, baby. I honestly like I I've been doing this a long time, close to 20 years, and I've been around the world. I've, been wrestling on television for almost 10 years, and I feel like I'm just getting started. So it's a good feeling.
That's what's up, man. Now, last weekend, I think the world knows, was one of the biggest weekends in the world for pro wrestling as a whole. And you were
Hmm.
part of that. You were at NXT Great American Bash right in the
Yeah.
middle of all of that. Like,
Yep.
how did that feel, man? Because people been talking about everything going on last week, and you were a main personality in that.
Yeah, it's like you said, it's been crazy, man. Like Great American Bash was a great experience, being on a WWE PLE and in that ring for the first time, and um, being a featured act on the show, and just the way everything is built up, and again, like you said, being a part of such a big wrestling weekend, and being a highlight of it. It's cool, man. Like these are all the things that I've worked for and I've busted my ass for. So to say that, like, I, I've earned this, you know what I mean? Like I've earned it for sure.
Real, man. That's real. And I want to kind of stay there for a minute because right now the world knows about you. Obviously, TNA already knew about you,
Yeah,
but everybody in the world of professional wrestling knows you now. Let's
yeah.
get real, my dog. How do you handle that pressure? It's one thing to smile on TV, but when that pressure is on
Yeah.
your back, it work you. So talk to me about that.
I thrive in the pressure, bro. Like being from New York and being from the city and still living here, like I I love that pressure. Like that's what I thrive in. That's what brings out the best in me. Um, like they always say, when you get to the top, is like you want to make friends or you want to make money. You know what I mean? And for me, is like I, this is what I've worked for. This is where I want to be. This is where I feel like I should be, and I'm putting in the work to prove that. So as far as like being in the pressure, I thrive in it, bro. Like I love it, and I welcome it. Because again, it teaches you, and it calluses you. You know what I mean? So like I thrive in it, and I embrace it. And honestly, like if there is no pressure, then what are we doing? You know what I
Facts,
mean?
facts. Now you always talk about, and I could tell because you heard the slogan before: "Real recognize real," and you looking
Absolutely.
real familiar, my boy. But with that being said, you always talk about representing for your people, for your culture, man.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Can you kind of talk to that a little bit?
Absolutely, man. Like my entire career, man, 17 years, I've always put on the forefront, my city, my culture, what I represent. And it's something that I take pride in, and I carry with me everywhere that I go. Again, I've said this before. One of my favorite wrestlers growing up was Bret Hart, and he was the guy that represented Canada. He represented his family. He spoke about where he came from, and that always stood out to me, and it was something very relatable to me. So I always made it a point to do that within my career. And being from New York and living in the Bronx, I'm surrounded by culture. Like, and this is what I represent. This is what I carry on my back, everywhere that I go. So it's something that's very near and dear to me, and I'm going to continue doing so. I feel like, people like us growing up, we didn't have a lot of heroes. You know what I mean? Like, I felt like, for me, a lot of people that were on the block were the people that I grew up looking up to, and we already know where the block leads you to. So, the fact that I could try to change that narrative and show people where I come from or from any other hood, you know what I mean? That it's possible to make something happen for yourself despite what you go through or where you come from. Like, that's everything to me.
That's what I love to hear, man. On a personal level, I want to speak to that myself. Like, I could tell you got it out the mud. A lot of us did. So I'm just glad that you
Yeah.
really had no problem hiding that. You don't hide that to people. You tell people
Oh,
where you came
no,
from, everything.
absolutely, absolutely. I'm a poor Puerto Rican kid from the projects, and I'm proud of it. You know what I mean?
Real
Because
talk,
at the
man.
end of the day, what the way my life went and the things that I've been through, I shouldn't be here today. And by the grace of God and thankfully, having the right people in my corner and learning from my mistakes, like, it's gotten me here. You know what I mean? And I, looking back at it now, like, it's been a wild journey, man. Like, there was definitely a lot of moments in my childhood and a lot of moments as a teenager and growing up that, like, could have taken my life in a totally different direction.
Mhm.
And I'm thankful that I had the wherewithal to take a moment and question myself, like, yo, do I want to be a statistic? Because honestly, a lot of my friends that I grew up with, they not around no more. And
Man,
do I want to be like that, or do I want to make something of myself, and do I want to prove to a lot of the people where I come from that, yo, it's more to life than this. Is more to life than this radius that we're living in. So, yeah, man.
that's real, man. Now, I do got to ask you this real quick. You doing the singles wrestling thing, you done made it to the top echelon. But you used to
Yeah,
be a tag team wrestler. Do a
yeah.
little bit of you miss that and leaning on to somebody else, man?
Not at all. Like I said, I thrive in the pressure. I mean, I'm thankful to have had the career that I had as a tag team wrestler. I got to do a lot of things and wrestle a lot of people, and it was great for what it was. But honestly, like, my like, I don't know, like, to say that I miss it is, I don't know, but to say I don't miss it is, like, weird. You know what I mean? It's more of like, I did what I did. I enjoyed it. I learned from it. Now it's on to the next, and it's on to this new journey of my career where I'm, putting in the work, and I'm thankfully thriving and doing what I got to do. So, um, again, like, I like growth. We need
For
to be
sure.
the constant growth is important. You know what I mean? Because if we're not growing, then we're dying.
For sure.
So,
For sure.
that's how I look at it. So right now I'm in a process of constant growth, and that's where my head is at right now.
That's what's up. Once again, guys, you're listening. We got Mike Santana. He's going up to Slammiversary July 20th at the UBS Arena. Now, I'm gonna ask you this question. If you feel comfortable answering it, you can. If you don't, I totally understand.
Yeah.
Your former partner recently said some really nice things about you. Would you
Hmm.
like to rebut that at all?
What did he say?
Oh, he was just saying he's glad to see the great work that you did as a singles wrestler. Obviously, you guys had whatever things happen personally, but he
Hmm.
just loved to see where you're at now.
Oh, that's great, man. I appreciate that from him, honestly. Like, yeah, we had a great career. We had a great time, and we got to do a lot of things together, and I'm thankful that he said that.
That's what's up, man. Now, I'm gonna tell you when I interview people, Mike, I like to see if I can make them break a little bit, if I can make them cry. So I'm gonna get you right now,
Hmm.
man. 'Cause you're a tough
Hmm.
guy. USA Today did an amazing piece on you, and you
Hmm.
discussed your sobriety and everything. But more
Hmm.
importantly than that, You talked about being a girl dad. How does it
Yeah.
feel to have your daughter really follow your journey like this, man, and see it?
Oh, you trying to get me for real? um, Honestly, that is the greatest accomplishment and the greatest gift that I will ever be given in this life is being a father. And I always said this wrestling thing could end tomorrow. I'm a father for the rest of my life. And to see her and to have her follow this journey since she was, very, very young, and having her at the age now where she could truly grasp and understand the magnitude of everything is a huge deal, man, because like us as parents, all we ever want to do is help inspire our children and help set them up on the right direction and things like that. So the fact that I get to do this job and do it at the highest level and also prove to her that your wildest dreams could become reality. To me, that's everything, bro. Like I got to take her to LA with me when we did that interview, actually, I remember. And just seeing her process and take everything in. And also, like, she's so into wrestling, which is awesome. So yeah, man, the fact that I get to do this and help inspire her and show her that anything is possible, and um like I feel like I'm a true superhero for her, you know.
That's what's
So
up.
uh it's all good. It's God is good, man.
Love to hear that, man. Now I want to quickly transition before we get out of here into the main event.
Yeah,
Now we just
yeah,
talked about it. You from the block, you a real one like that. And Trick Williams
yeah.
used to be like that, but now Trick Williams is Hollywood, man. Do you think you can use that in your advantage,
Yeah,
bro?
yeah. Honestly, bro, like I hope he reaches deep down into that past to bring that fight, because if he doesn't, poor Trick Williams.
Mhm.
Like I'm coming at both these dudes with a city and a culture on my back. Like I am more motivated than ever. I am more dangerous than ever. And I think that like honestly looking at it overall, I'm I'm the one with the most experience in this match. So if anything, they're in this match and they're in this ring with me
Ooh,
in my city. So they better bring it. I didn't, like I said this before, I didn't have a catchy song to make me popular, and I didn't have a big machine to help me get popular. I did this grassroots straight from, like you said, from the mud, bro.
yeah.
So yeah, they in there with me.
I like that. I like that, man. Now, also, let's talk about the other guy. You kind of talked about a catchy song, and we all know what you're talking about. The
Yeah,
boy Joe Hendry. We
yeah,
know how popular he is. We've had him on the show, and he's
yeah.
told us about what he's going to do at Slammiversary.
hmm
But you even called my man corny a little bit, man. Do you still stand on that?
I mean, come on, bro. Let's be for real. Let's be for real. Like it's like
Facts.
that shit is corny.
Real.
But to each his own, you know what I mean? Everybody has their likes and their dislikes, and that's just not for me. Again, I got I got to where I got to by what I do between those ropes,
Yeah.
by the miles that I put in, by the matches that I have, by staying true to myself despite whatever I may have gone through, no matter what doors I may have stepped through. I've always stayed true to myself, and this is who I am, and this is what you get. Um, so yeah,
I like. Hey, I'm glad you said that, man. You was real. I didn't want to say it, but I'm glad somebody said it, man.
oh nah, I mean, I got like where we come from, we got no hair on our tongue, bro. We're gonna speak facts. So
That's real. That's real. Well, once again, you're going against this big match, a triple threat at Slammiversary, you versus Trick Williams for the TNA World Title. We know what he did. He took from NXT, he took the title, the TNA World Title. But I want to ask you
hmm
this, and I want you to be real with me.
hmm
People still see what you do, but sometimes they might think you're the third man in this, and you might not get another chance if you don't win on the 20th.
hmm
Does that even get into the back of your head at all? What would happen if you don't?
Not one bit, because
Mm,
I can't even think like that.
yeah,
I can't go into it with that mentality. You know what I mean? Like when we're chasing greatness, we're chasing greatness. We ain't got time to doubt. We ain't got time to hesitate. It's, strike first. So as far as like anything like that, bro, like I ain't even thinking about it. I'm going in there with the mentality of like I'm not going there to lose. There's no way.
that's what's up, man. Now, lastly, I want you to do me one favor. To the people that are still on the fence about why they should
Hmm.
either go to Slammiversary or order the pay-per-view, what would you
Yeah.
tell
You're about to witness the biggest and best show in TNA wrestling history. Now think about that. There's 20 years, 23 years of TNA. So many great moments, so many great matches. But this Sunday, you are about to witness something that's going to set us on a trajectory unlike anything you've ever seen. And I can guarantee that, not just because I'm, in the main event or one of the faces of the company. I'm speaking facts across the board. The team behind the camera, the team in front of the camera. You're about to see some of the best wrestling out there. And if you hesitant, cut that shit out right now. You know what I mean? Order the
them?
pay per view. If you in New York, make your way to UBS. It's going to be a great time. It's going to be a historical time, and be a part of it.
That's what's up, Mike. Thank you. No, no, no. We can't leave just yet, Mike. I got one more
Uh
question for
oh.
you. And what I do, it's a special segment I do, and it's
Yeah.
called the mark out moment. And when I say that, I'm not
Uh
saying you go screaming like a little kid, but when I say the mark out moment, that even though you're Mike Santana, you're in the
yeah.
main event of Slammiversary, that one moment that you like, man, I
Yeah.
can't believe this is my life. Like maybe a celebrity met you that knows you from seeing you wrestle, or maybe just
Hmm.
wrestling in front of 100,000 people, whatever. That one moment in your
Yeah.
life that made you really think, damn, I'm here.
Oh man. Uh Damn. There's been so many great moments, but hmm. Wrestling in the Garden was a huge deal for me. Just having my father there, and also that was the last time my father got to see me wrestle before he passed away. So that's something that I cherish and hold on to, especially because he was the first person to take me to the Garden to see wrestling, and that was his last show.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. Well, you guys heard the man.
Yeah.
He's fired up. He's ready for Slammiversary. If you haven't already, put that money down. Get your butt to the UBS Arena. July 20th, TNA Slammiversary. Mike Santana versus Joe Hendry versus Trick Williams. Y'all know what to do. Stay locked in right here. The Wrestling Heroes and Insiders Podcast, aka The Whip Show, on 106.1 FM, WAKT, Toledo's community radio station.